Hi, Jamie J. Miller, functional diagnostic health practitioner, and welcome to my channel. Please do me a favor if you're interested in learning more about functional health, changing your future health identity for good, and also anything and everything around that, including those limiting beliefs that keep us living our best health life, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. I try to post a video every week. You can also hit that bell to get notifications on the information or the videos that I post, and when I post them, it will let you know. Thank you so much for doing that. That means the world to me, and it allows me to keep putting out this information that is vital to you making the best health educated decision on your future health and what to do about that. All right, so today I'm talking about probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics. Oh my, yes. So let's start first talking about probiotics, and that all probiotics are not created equal, why I use the probiotic that I use in my practice, and in comparison to what else is out there on the market. Then we will go in and talk about prebiotics and postbiotics and how they are the missing link to why you're not getting the full benefit from your gut health journey or your gut health process to eliminating leaky gut, or what I call in my practice ghetto gut. Okay, so I just did a Guts Gone Wild series, or I offered a 3-day seminar, 3 lives per 3 days, that gave you information about what ghetto gut is, how it's affecting your health, and what the process is for you to do something about it. And that process, I'm recommending my Gut Reset program that has 3 commitment levels. You'll have more information in the links below for all the things that I'm going to mention in this video. They'll all be there, so just scroll down and check those things out after you get through watching this video. I firmly believe you'll have enough information to make the educated decision you need to make. In the 3 commitment levels that I offer in my Gut Reset program that is going on right now, that is only open for a few more days, is commitment level 1 is to get just a probiotic with your course, with your guided group program that teaches you about food, mindset, techniques, and other things that are necessary on top of the supplements to get you the results that you're looking for and abolish ghetto gut and work towards a rich, healthy gut that will affect your future health identity, that gets rid of inflammation or any of the all icky things that lead to to worse conditions that are chronic and that we are struggling with today in today's society: cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, the big dogs. And I really think that you can make a huge difference in those diagnoses for the future by focusing on your ghetto gut. And as I said in those videos, everybody has some form of ghetto gut. So commitment level 1 is just to get a probiotic with the program. And again, to going from nothing to something, this is definitely a good place to start. However, when you are trying to choose your probiotic, I want you to know that probiotics are not all the same. They're not all the same for quite a bit of reasons, but the main ones are the type of probiotic that is there, how it's encapsulated, and also the research behind it. So we're going to talk about types. So the probiotic that I use exclusively in my practice is called a spore biotic. And a spore biotic is different because it has a endospore coating that's really rugged that allows the probiotic, the probiotic to get all the way through the digestive system, and it's very acidic and very aggressive terrain. Most things don't make it all the way into the small intestines and then the large intestines to do its job. And then in order for it to do its job, a spore can read the area. No other probiotic like a spore biotic can read the area. First, it's got to get there from point A to point B, and no other probiotic can do that or has proof of being able to do that, where we have the research to back of what exactly happens from the moment that it's consumed, where it goes down to into the digestive tract, small intestines, and large intestines, and what it does from there. We literally have research to back that up, that it does improve, research to back up that it does improve leaky gut between 60 to 80% just by using the probiotic. So this is really fascinating research that backs up our product. what you're going to see is that in fact, there's only one other Probiotic on the market. All other ones are not Probiotics, so that's one issue. And then secondly, there's only one other company that does any other kind of research, but still even that probiotic or Probiotic does not have the level of spores in their probiotic like we do. And also too, our company, Microbiome Labs, is the only vertically integrated company on the market, hands down, which means that every ingredient that they use for their Probiotic, for their Mega Probiotic, or any of their products is made in-house. That means they know exactly what's going into your body. They make sure every pill is calibrated correctly. There's no issues with one pill being more potent than the other. And yet also too, they're able to claim it's pharmaceutical grade, which just means potency, doesn't mean where it's made as far as pharmacy or whatever. And they can also control the price because they're making the ingredients in-house, not affected by inflation, because they're not having to, they don't have a middleman, which is amazing, and they're the only company on the market that does so. What you will also see is many other supplement companies using Megaspore or Microbiome Labs research, where since they are published so much information literally about their Probiotic and how well it changes and does the job it's supposed to do as a probiotic. In fact, there's 18 research studies published. There's a difference in a research study that's not published and published over the last 12 months, and 6 that are ongoing right now. That's unheard of because research costs so much money, and a lot of companies do not put their money back into their product. They just take, sell. I actually was a part of an MLM probiotic company before I became a functional diagnostic health practitioner, before I went back to school. And I'm almost just saddened of the fact that I believed just the things that they were saying. And the fact that they even said at times that they had research, but they just had research from actual Microbiome Labs. It's pretty amazing. Microbiome Labs has been around since 2015. And again, they are pioneering the market of Probiotics. Now, a probiotic has one job, I guess you could say, or one main goal, okay? And that is to recondition the gut. So what you'll do is hear people say, get rid of the bad bacteria, get rid of the parasites, get rid of the bad guys, all right? The idea is not to get rid of them because honestly, you really can't. We live in a very toxic society. We live in a society of good and bacteria. Your body is designed to handle both. It is when the bad bacteria is in such a negative environment where they are thriving and becoming more negative and leaking off more toxic aftermath, that becomes the problem. So a probiotic, its main job is to go in, especially a Probiotic, is to go in and recondition the environment. Not to get rid of, not to add to, just to recondition the environment and really kind of pump up your beneficial bacteria. Not necessarily positive, but beneficial. The bacteria you need in your body to help decrease the inflammation instead of add to the inflammation. And we're just going to say, for the sake of this video, that inflammation is your problem. Inflammation is actually the cause of everything you can tell me. If right now you told me you had XYZ in symptoms, inflammation is the problem, to keep it simple. Okay. Now, how we would adjust to that, or how we got here, or if it's leaky gut or liver detoxification or whatever, that's a different story. But for the most part, negative bacteria increases inflammation, and beneficial bacteria help in keeping negative inflammation down, because all inflammation is not bad either. All right. So when you have the reconditioning of the gut, the Mega Probiotic can change this environment by changing the acidity in the intestines. So again, the Probiotics is all about changing the environment so that a negative bacteria cannot coexist. They don't even want it. They're like, ew, it's too hot in here. Ew, it's too cold in here. Ew, it's like, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's not just right. So that's what a probiotic does. It just changes the environment so that the icky bacteria doesn't really want to hang out anymore. All right. Now, you got to have a step 2 and you got to have a step 3 if you want to heal ghetto gut. All right. Because all you've done with a probiotic, it's a great first step. And I'm not saying you shouldn't start there. That's not what I'm saying. So don't hear that. It's a great first step, but it's only a first step. You got to follow through. And that is with a prebiotic. And this comes in to reinforce. So you have the probiotic that reconditions the environment. And the prebiotic comes in and it's to reinforce the environment. The gut microbiome is a very dynamic environment, so it's important to reinforce the beneficial changes from Megaspore Biotic. What that means, by feeding the friendly keystone bacteria. So you have a prebiotic that comes in, and it's going to feed your good bacteria to help it populate more and to have more of it instead of your negative bacteria, because it's a balance between the two. And if you have more good than you have bad, then ultimately you're going to get good results. If you have more light than you have darkness, you're going to see more. And that's what a prebiotic does. Prebiotics have shown to selectively feed beneficial bacteria and enhance gut restoration, which is step 3. And that is what mega mucosa is. That where it comes in and you rebuild. So your probiotic came in to recondition it. It needs to calm down the environment. Everybody calm frickin' down, all right? You over here, negative bacteria, you ain't acting right. And you over here, beneficial bacteria, you need an environment where you can grow. Then the prebiotic comes in and it goes over to the beneficial bacteria and it says, okay, we now have an environment where you can grow. Let me feed you. Eat this food. Grow, so that you can stifle out or overpower the negative bacteria. Okay? That's all happening inside the gut. But if you watch my Guts Gone Wild series, you know that the major things that are going on when you have ghetto gut is the walls, or the holes in your walls, your holes in your membrane, and your dried out mucosal layer that protects from the negative things getting in, the parasites and things from getting into the gut and then getting into the bloodstream. This is where it's super important. And this step right here is more missed than any other step. You have got to come in and you've got to patch the holes in the wall. You have to repair your tight junctions, and you have to lubricate the top to keep things from getting in that don't belong in, food, gluten, toxins, parasites, whatever, that tear things up. And then ultimately get into the bloodstream as endotoxins like LPS that are so detrimental to the body, and it causes inflammation. It's the cause of many of the metabolic syndrome problems, where you have heart disease, whether you have high blood pressure, whether you have fatty liver disease, whether you have cancers, whether you have Alzheimer's. I mean, these are big dogs. And once the LPS gets into the bloodstream, then it has the opportunity to go to the brain, because there's a relationship between the gut and the brain. They talk to each other, they communicate with each other, they swap spit with each other. They are partners. They are in it to win it. They love each other. And so what is going on with one affects the other, and vice versa, especially when it comes to stress. And so the mega mucosa keeps this lining prepared. The walls and the holes in the walls are then closed up. The tight junctions get tighter. The mucosal layer gets more mucosa, gets more sticky and protective and juicy and not dried out and not gone and not allowing, it's like a force field on your gut. And we don't give the mucosal layer a big enough applause, because when it's working, it is literally like your force field. It is your drop bridge to all things yucky, and it closes it up, and it's like, no, you're not getting in here. We got a good thing going on here. My probiotics are doing their job. My prebiotics are doing their job. And now I'm blocking you out. We are going to and then the body starts to respond by being de-inflamed. Therefore, you see sleep issues go away. You see hormonal issues go away. Weight loss resistance issues go away. Heartburn issues go away. And then could possibly, again, let me put my disclaimer in here. I'm not promoting this as a diagnosis. This is education purposes only, but possibly change literally your health identity from a cancer diagnosis or an Alzheimer's disease diagnosis at a certain age. It's pretty freaking fascinating, but you need all 3 steps. All right. When someone comes to me and they're interested in actually learning about what their gut is doing, that would be commitment level 3. That would be, hey, I know that I need a 3-step program, but I don't know exactly which strands of Probiotics to work with at what level, because I'm really dealing with some really bad symptoms. In this case, I would send them a diagnostic lab test called Biome FX. Now, I'm going to do a video just on Biome FX next, so you'll see that in the lineup next. It should be within the next few days, but definitely will be posted by next week. And this is a diagnostic lab test that is the only kit that will be FDA approved. Not that FDA really has my utmost respect, but whatever. And it basically is a stool test that tells you your exact gut blueprint. And from there, I analyze the results of that lab test, and I then build a protocol just for you. But that protocol will always include a probiotic, a prebiotic, and that dang sure that mucosa layer, mega mucosal supplement to help you repair the damage that has been done up to this point. You will continue to have ghetto gut if you do not repair the damage. Okay, that's what I want you to hear today, is you will continue to have that ghetto gut if you don't repair the damage. So below, now you see this video, you're going to see a link to order the total gut restoration package alone. If you don't want the program with it, you're going to see it how you can order it with the actual gut reset program. That's commitment level 2. If you want to order it that way and get into my gut reset program. So basically when you do that, you order the 3 products, and it's a 3-month supply, guys. Listen to that. It's a 3-month supply because of the way that it's titrated out. You start with the probiotic, you let it start its reconditioning process, then you go in, because the probiotic needs time to create an environment to when you bring your prebiotics in, it can start feeding your beneficial bacteria. But if you bring your prebiotics in too early, there's not enough beneficial bacteria to even make a difference. It's like feeding 2 people when you need 25 to build a house or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. So you need some time on the probiotic, then you incorporate the prebiotic, and then we come in after we fed those beneficial bacteria, we come in and we start repairing the walls. All right? We start closing the house down. We start supporting the environment for that beneficial bacteria to do what it does best. All right? And so this is all in commitment level 2, the whole kit, all 3 supplements. If you're interested in that, and using it within a program guided, which talks to you about the diet, the exercises that go with it, the mindset that goes with it, and everything that goes with the process of healing leaky gut, get in the gut reset commitment level 2 today. You can do commitment level 1, and you will get just the probiotic and start your process. And then maybe once you have been in there a little bit longer, you can add the prebiotic and the mega mucosa later on. Okay, I hope that helps. That should give you some really deep information of what the difference is in just the probiotic, the 3-step total gut restoration, and then you can also do the Biome FX test to get even more individualized, and I will do a video just on that coming up next.